A massive chasm has re-emerged in the Union territory of Jammu and Kashmir. While Jammu has voted overwhelmingly for the BJP, the Kashmir Valley has almost exclusively voted for the JKNC and Congress alliance. The voting pattern appears also to be split along communal or Hindu-Muslim lines. Jammu, by voting BJP, has declared no interest in reinstating Article 370 or freeing prisoners, especially separatists, while Kashmir voters have voted in reverse. The Chief Minister will therefore have to reconcile these two differing aspirations and ensure that his office doesn't approach the task of governing the territory from a partisan lens, that is advancing the cause of Kashmir voters above Jammu voters. Now, of course, this holds true for the opposition-led BJP too, viewers, since they will be exclusively really representing, in some senses, only the Jammu people. Now, let's speak to a personality who has guided the BJP's campaign, held the keys to it in the Union territory to determine if the election will make or mar the prospects, the future prospects of Jammu and Kashmir, or will this state turn out into another Delhi, a battlefield between the Chief Minister's office and the LG's office. Let's go straight across. Let's go straight across to Mr. Ram Madhav, who joins us. He's, of course, in charge of the BJP's J&K campaign and has, of course, orchestrated that wonderful success for the BJP in Jammu, though he couldn't replicate it, some would say, in Kashmir. Thank you, Mr. Ram Madhav, for joining me on CNN News 18. I want to begin by asking you, how do you view the dichotomy in the Jammu and Kashmir result? So, you have basically been able to deliver much beyond perhaps your previous record in Jammu, but haven't opened your account in Kashmir, getting a total of about 1.8 or 2 lakh votes. Why is this?
It is unfortunate, but it is real. There is a dichotomy in this. We secured lots of votes, lots of seats. In fact, all the seats in about 6-7 districts of Jammu, which constitutes the main Jammu area. But we couldn't do well in Pir Panchal region, which is Poonch Rajouri region. We could not secure seats in Kashmir Valley, although we did not expect to win any big number of seats in the valley. That was not any realistic assessment for us even before. But that we could not win, I mean, out of 9 seats, we could only win 1 seat in the entire Poonch Rajouri region. Is certainly something we have to seriously think about, whether we would like to remain keep ourselves as a party of 7-8 districts of Jammu, or we will become a really pan-Jammu party initially and subsequently a pan-Jammu Kashmir party. Of course, going forward, that will be the main mission and challenge for the BJP.
Your opponent, Mr. Abdullah, who was speaking to us earlier in the morning, was saying that BJP winning nothing in Kashmir is a sure sign of the valley's rejection of the big move, the big transformative move of abrogating Article 370, the whole process that followed afterwards of political detentions, etc., arbitrary arrests, all of that. And this is, for the first time, the people sending you a loud and clear message that this is not acceptable and that the 5 years of LG rule for Kashmir has been a disaster. How do you respond to that?
Before giving some data about his claims, let me tell Mr. Omar Abdullah that it is also a very clear rejection of his politics of Article 370 in Jammu. He could not get a single seat in all the Jammu districts. He could only get his seats in Poonch Rajouri and Doda Kishtwad. He should introspect whether he wants to be the Chief Minister of only the Valley people or Pir Panchal people, or he wants to be the Chief Minister of the entire state. If he wants to be the Chief Minister of the entire state, he should also understand the sentiments, the aspirations of people of Jammu. They have totally rejected him and his piggybacking ally Congress party. Now, coming to his claims that the whole valley is behind him, let him remember that he only got 23% popular vote in the state, whereas we secured 26% popular vote. Remember, both of us contested in same number of seats. They contested in about 60 plus seats, we contested in about 60 plus seats. Our seat share was, vote share was, BJP's vote share was 3 percentage points more than his vote share. So he should not make those tall claims that the entire valley rejected the abrogation of Article 370. Look at his own somersaults yesterday. Yesterday, on the day of the winning of election, he made such a somersault and said, no, 370 is not at all an important issue for us. What does it indicate? He actually took people for a ride. He used it to mobilize votes. So let him not take that grandstanding position. He won the election, we congratulate him, we compliment him for the victory, but he should not try to philosophize the election mandate. It is simply a mandate that he secured, part of it due to division of votes in Valley. Valley votes, I have data to support it, at least 10 to 12 seats. Clear division of anti-NC votes has led to NC's victory. Fair enough, it happens everywhere. Secondly, it's on certain local issues that helped him. He take credit for that victory. As I said, we congratulate him. We wish him well in running the government, but not philosophize saying that it's a rejection of center, rejection of 370. No, not at all.
No, but obviously it was a very big issue. I mean, this was a national issue of great importance. Would you not like to have had an endorsement from Kashmir? The same could be said in reverse, that the BJP can't only think of itself, as you just said, as a party of a few districts in Jammu and be blind to the aspirations of the people of Kashmir. So that's why I'm asking you, doesn't this concern you that, yes, there were a number of seats where you've ended up on the podium, second or third, no doubt. And there has been, of course, well, at one point you couldn't fly a BJP flag. ISIS flags used to fly, but BJP flag or even the national tricolor would always be sort of marginalized. But today that has changed, but surely you would have liked to cap that with a victory or two or maybe some more.
Oh, definitely. Rahul, I clearly said in my first response itself that that will be one of our priorities. May I remind you, Rahul, one thing, that Congress party has been in electoral politics in Kashmir Valley for last 60 years. They entered in 1950s. Today, they could not get more than 4 or 5 seats, that too piggy riding over NC. So, we won't take that long. I can tell you the kind of response that we saw this time during the campaigning. I myself went to some constituencies, I campaigned in one seat, namely Gurej. We lost the election by a very narrow margin of 1,000 votes. Our candidate lost it by just 1,000 votes. There is huge positivity towards listening to us, trying to understand what we are saying, what is our viewpoint. Maybe that has not yet translated into giving us votes, but I am very confident that going forward, if we take it as one of our priorities, I mean, that's why I said our party has to seriously think about it, how to now bring other sections of Jammu Kashmir society under the influence. If that is the priority, we will very soon be able to win the hearts of the people of the valley also, and maybe in a position to win seats.
Some say that the state has voted along communal lines. There's a Muslim veto exercised in Kashmir against the BJP. There's a Hindu veto exercised against the Congress JKNC alliance in Jammu. Some say that the BJP needs to offer a lot more than to Muslims than just the hope really of development, etc., that you need to go beyond that to basically make them feel more comfortable about the BJP not being an exclusively Hindu party. How do you respond to those people?
BJP is the party of 140 crore Indians, and that includes Hindus, of course. They are the majority in this country, and of course Muslims, Christians, every community in this country. We would like to represent the aspirations and needs and desires of all the 1.4 billion Indians, and that applies to Jammu Kashmir also. Even when we do a few good things, many good things to people of Jammu and Kashmir, like we extended reservations to the ST sections like Gujars and Pahadis. and Bakarwals in Kashmir. We did it not looking at the electoral mathematics behind it. It's our genuine concern that while tribals enjoy reservations in rest of the country, why not the same facility be extended to tribals in Jammu and Kashmir? We extended it. We did not get votes in those regions, but we don't mind. We did get votes. We couldn't get seats in those regions. But winning seats is a continuous effort. We'll keep more effort. But we will continue to do good for all sections of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. There is a government now which is from our opposition. I mean, it's an Indie Alliance Party government. Yet, there won't be, I'm sure there won't be any discrimination or ill treatment with the government. Together, state government and government of Prime Minister Modi will do whatever is to be done to people of all sections of the society. That need not be for electoral benefits alone. That's for the good of the people. That's why government should be there.
We noticed, at least anecdotally, we were told that in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, the RSS and the BJP weren't working like the well-oiled machine they can be. How much of the success that you have seen in Jammu is attributable to the coming back together of the RSS and the BJP, the schism that people talk about, the repair of that schism?
Look, I am from the RSS. I know what RSS thinks and does at the time of elections. Take it from me, it's never about just getting some votes for BJP alone. Of course, BJP and RSS share the same thought process. RSS cadres would love to work for the BJP, but when they work at the time of elections, they try to educate people about the larger challenges that the given state, society faces. If it is a state like Jammu and Kashmir, what are the challenges that people should always keep in mind when trying to elect a government? So that role RSS always plays. It played that role in Jammu and Kashmir. I am sure RSS cadres would have played a similar role. Basically about the welfare and well-being of the people of Haryana. A similar role RSS cadre would have played in Haryana also. It helps BJP because there is a kind of a confluence in our thought process. But otherwise, RSS is a very non-political, socially, nationally focused organization.
Let me ask you, in an interview, you've called the Jamaat-e-Islami, or at least independents from the Jamaat, joining the poll process as a big achievement. But the people, by and large, rejected that. And why would you have categorized the entry of people with dubious separatist/terror past as an achievement, Mr. Ram Madhav?
Because Indian democracy has space for anybody and everybody to come in. If a particular group wants to join India's electoral politics, neither me nor you have any right to say that they are bad people, they can't come in. Indian democracy is an open democracy. Anybody can come in and participate in the elections. But why I said it was historic, it was not historic, I didn't use that word, it was a very significant thing, was because these were the very same parties or groups which used to routinely boycott elections in Jammu and Kashmir. They wouldn't participate in the election process, but also they threaten people, they intimidate, they ensure that polling percentages would go abysmally low. Those very same groups today find that no best way to pursue whatever politics we are pursuing also is through electoral politics. They did not boycott polls today. They supported the electoral process. In fact, Jamaat issued a statement a few months ago praising Indian democracy, its transparency, its openness, and saying that this is the right way to go about even for us. And in this election, about 10 or 11 of their people have contested in the elections. Democracy and elections are a great leveler. It's a good thing that those who are professing anti-national or anti-India themes and ideas are today ready to show their allegiance to Indian Constitution, because the moment you file a nomination, the first thing you have to take is to take a oath in the name of Indian Constitution. Every
Yes.
candidate has to do it. So so-called separatist is forced to do that, which I thought is a very significant achievement of Prime Minister Modi. And it shows to the world that like rest of the country, Jammu Kashmir is also a very true democratic setup.